would you rather have, Steven Nelson or Xavien Howard?
I think Steven Nelson at last year's salary.
The price is right.
Both with Steven Nelson and Xavien Howard, the problem is going to be, I think both of them think they're worth more than they probably are. Xavien Howard's ceiling is a lot higher on that because he had been a premier player. These last couple of years, he has not been a premier player, but he's also been banged up and injured. So that's the big question is somebody out there, are they going to look at he'll be 31 years old this year. Are they going to look at a guy who's going to be 31 years old and has had a couple of really bad injury-riddled seasons that showed up on the field? Are they going to really give him the money that he thinks he's worth? And I don't think they will. So if he wants to be here and he's cool, like he's not going to – I mean, Steven Nelson just made a big stink about being underpaid going into this last season, and now he's out there on the free agency market. I almost feel like the Texans – I don't think the Texans can or should sign Steven Nelson unless he also tests free agency, because I think it's going to be that classic example of, all right, unless he gets a really good feel for exactly what his market is, he's always going to feel like he got screwed over. Like he's based on last year, it feels like he's wired that way. So I just don't want to. I don't want to mess with free agency.
Let the other 31 teams be the bad cop.
Yeah,
with Steven Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Like, look, man, there's 31 other teams could have offered you the $12 million a year you think you're worth.
And people will point out that this doesn't usually work out that way, which is true. I think it's less common in baseball for it to work out. In football, I mean, Chris Myers did that. Chris Myers went out and tested free agency, came back.
Kareem Jackson did it?
That's right, Kareem did it. Oh, I did it one year, too. I always forget that. I did it one year. Seth Copeland Payne did it one year.
Yep.
I did it. I was a free agent for like 12 hours.
We know that Seth is at best his own third favorite player behind Chris Myers and Kareem Jackson.
Even Seth Payne did it, and he's largely a bastard.